I recently came across an infographic that had basically money rules, is what they called it. And it had a lot of different little tidbits or suggestions, rules, formulas that I've worked with throughout the years, and they had them all put together in one place in one graphic. And I thought it was really helpful for investors. So we'll put it up on the screen a couple times during this video. But three that really caught my mind, and I think most of them are really good advice, but three that really caught my attention were the rule of 72. And I don't know how many investors out there are familiar with what the rule of 72 is, but basically what that means is you take your expected return. Let's say you have a very moderate, lower risk portfolio and your expected return annualized for a period of time is 6%. You divide the 6 with the 72, and that's 12. Basically, 12 years it would take you to double your money. If you earn 8 and you divide, you're looking at 9 years to double your money. If you put it in a savings account that pays 1%, you're looking at 72 years to double your money. And I just think it's a good reminder, not that you should try to be making 12% on all your money and doubling it every 6 years. That might be a recipe for a disaster and a downturn. But when you're positioning your money and deciding where to invest, what groups of investments to have, nothing wrong with having CDs, nothing wrong with having money in the market. But just remember that rule 72 because it's a really good reminder and gauge of expectations. The second one was the 50-30-20 rule. And I've also seen this online in a lot of places and followed this. But basically what the 50-30-20 rule is you have 50% of your income going toward your needs. We all have to eat. We all have to pay rent or a mortgage payment, property insurance, taxes, gasoline. We got to have all those things. 30% goes to your wants, your fun stuff, and 20% goes to your savings and investing. And that's just a good rule of thumb, especially for somebody that's in their 20s, 30s, or even 40s. If they keep that up, no matter what they make, they're going to be able to accumulate a sizable investment portfolio that's going to help supplement them later in life when they either don't want to work or they can't work. I would go one step further, and I would call it the 50-20-30 rule, especially in your 20s and 30s, so you can front load your savings and investing, and that is 50% toward your needs, 20% toward your wants. Put off a little bit of your wants, and then you can put 30% toward your investing and your savings. And you don't have to keep that up forever, but if you adopt that in your 20s and 30s, you can cut back on your savings and investing later because you front loaded in the front your retirement for your compounding. So remember that 50-30-20 rule, or as I would like to call it, the 50-20-30 rule. And then the last one was, I think this is really useful for everybody. It's a 30-day rule, and the 30-day rule applies to luxury buys, buying a fancy car, in my case, buying a sailboat. Whatever that luxury item is, give yourself a 30-day rule. Don't just buy it on the spot. Think about it for 30 days. And a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times our luxury that we had to have, and it was we thought was a need, after 30 days basically goes away. It's not even a need anymore. That impulse went away. And that's how you know it probably wasn't a smart purchase, a good purchase to make. So some good information on the infographic. Take a look at it. Let us know if you have any questions.